And then I give everybody a chance to show up. Make sure there's enough light. Let the light shine in. How is everybody? I'm Ronnie. I work with Maggie to bring you these beautiful crochet tutorials. We're going to be discussing, we had a person on our channel that had a little struggle with corner to corner, so I definitely want to go over that a little bit. And then I figured out 2 patterns for temperature blankets that we're going to be, hey Maggie. So we'll be doing, just reviewing the corner to corner. Somebody on our Facebook page had a question. I wanted to talk about that. Show you how to do your fidget. And then if we have time, we usually only stay on an hour. Hello from Delaware. Hi, welcome. And I want to talk about the 2 temperature blankets that we're going to be doing this year. And spoiler alert, they are stash temperature blankets. I bought one little extra for mine, but I'm going to work on doing the stash. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about the corner to corner. Someone, on a wonderful lady on our Facebook page is doing the Grouchy Elf, and she was having trouble a little bit with the, oh, okay, is that you? All right, so I started it, I did my 9 blocks across, all right? So if you can see, you do know how to do the 9 blocks across, correct? Or do you need me to start from the beginning for you? I can do either, whatever works for you. You need me to start from the beginning? We can start from the beginning. Absolutely. I have no problem with that at all. Oh, you can do the blocks? So you do know how to do this much, right? You just don't know how to increase on one side and keep the other side the same. It's not a decrease, but it's keeping the same. Is that correct? Okay. Let me reattach my yarn because I cut it. It's no big deal. So anyway, so we're going to go over that. That's what we're going to go over first. So I'm just attaching my yarn. I love these, this attachment when you're keeping the same color yarn. It makes it, no, don't be sorry. You did nothing wrong. There we go. Look at that. It's all fixed. So that was easy fix. I like easy fixes. That's okay. That's really okay. So I'm just using, just so you know, I'm just using stash yarn. I'm not using anything fancy or anything. So a couple things about corner to corner you need to understand first. You need to understand your front versus your back. Do you understand how to identify your front versus your back of your corner to corner? No? Okay. Are you right-handed? Perfect. So am I. All right. If you're right-handed, if you're looking at your piece, your beginning tail will be on your left. That's how you can tell your front versus your back. So I always do recommend that if you have stitch markers, I'm a stitch marker addict, if anybody knows me. Maggie will probably vouch to that. I always take a stitch marker and I just attach it to one of the blocks so I know my front, okay? So the other thing is, you have a real tall side when you're doing a corner to corner because you're actually working this way, right? So when you're, yeah, I'm telling you, I use stitch markers for everything. So when you're actually looking at your project with your flat bottom towards you, the left side will always be the side that you increase the front of it. This will be the increasing side. So you will always do your chain on your left side. The right side, when we get there, you won't be increasing, but you're not decreasing. You will be keeping the right side. Well, it is technically a decrease. Yeah, it is technically a decrease. You'll be keeping this side even, so it is decreasing because you're not adding. So the left side is increasing, the right side is decreasing. That's how you stick to your 9 blocks for everything. So I stopped my sample on the increasing side, okay? Now also, if you want to put a stitch marker to remind you, hey, this is my increasing side, or a stitch marker on the other side, that's my decreasing side, you're welcome to do that, okay? That's up to you, whatever works. So this is, I'm doing half doubles on this. Is that what you're doing? I think that's what the Grinch is, right? Yeah, okay. So we're on the increase side up here. Yes. Okay, so we're on the increase side. So you're done, do your chain 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're done, count down to your 3rd stitch. You're going to do a half double in your 3rd stitch, a half double in your 4th stitch, and a half double in your 5th stitch. That is an increase. When you do the chains, that is increasing on corner to corner. And then you do know how to do your normal blocks going down, correct? You slip stitch to the chain area, you chain 2, and you do your 3 half doubles. Correct. You're 100% correct. So let's do our half doubles. 2 and 3. So we're going to just keep working our way down. Chain 2. Do your 3 half doubles. I'm just rolling down. When we get near the end, I'm going to turn it around so you can see it, okay? And please, as I'm doing this, I'm sorry it got to the dark purple area on the yarn. If you have any questions, let me know. I can do this a few times for you to make sure you're okay. And if you still struggle, I would be happy to do instant messenger. We can video through instant messenger. I try to help everybody that needs help. If you're having trouble with the pattern, I want you to be successful. So I'm just working down my blocks. It's slip stitch. Yep, chain, slip. All right, you slip stitch into it. Chain 2. There's the 2 chains. So it's the slip stitch, chain 2, then the 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Again, it's a slip stitch, chain 2, and then 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. So before I do any more, I'm going to slip stitch into this one right before we're working on the back, as you can see. So I'm going to slip stitch down. Now let's count our blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we're on our last one. So you do it normal. You slip stitch, you chain your 2. You put in your 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Now, you have your chain right here. Now, a lot of people will just slip stitch right into that chain, and you can. You're welcome to slip stitch into that chain. That is absolutely fine. But what I do, because it's on the edge, I slip stitch into the chain 3 or the chain 2. I slip stitch right in there. It anchors it better, but either way is correct. Okay. Now you have your 9 blocks. So flip your work. That's my knot, so forgive me. I didn't worry about making sure it was on the other side. Now this chain that you have right here, this chain, hold on a minute. You have your chain right here. Okay. So now you're going to slip stitch up this side. You're just going to, instead of growing it anymore, you're going to slip stitch all the way up this side. 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch, and then you can slip stitch right in that chain gap right there. All right. So it's just slip stitching up the side of your last square that you did. All right. And then you're at the top. So now you just chain your 2. And you put 3 half doubles right in there. 1, 2, and 3. Welcome, everybody. I'm Ronnie. I work with Maggie. She's on here. We're going over corner to corner, how to do the Grouchy Elf scarf, on how to work on the increasing side and the decreasing side to keep your blocks at 9. Okay. So after you did that in that area, then you just work your normal chain 2. It was actually, I'm pulling it out so I can see what I did here. All right, I slip stitched right into the chain. When I turned, I slip stitched 2 chains. So this is 1 and 2. Then I slip stitched into the gap, that chain 2 gap, slip stitched right in there. So it's actually 3 slip stitches, and then chain 2, so you can make your square. So it'll be chain 2 and 3 half doubles. Okay. And then you slip stitch and you work back over to the increased side like normal. I'm going to do another round of this with you just so you're okay. Chain 2. Oh, I was not slip stitch chain. There you go. Let's do another round together so I can make sure you're okay, because I want to make sure you're doing well with it. Maggie and I try to do lives Thursdays, but with the holidays, it was crazy. So I didn't talk to Maggie yet, but I'm hoping we can figure out a time that we'll do another live this coming Thursday for everybody. So if you're ever stuck on a pattern, it doesn't even have to be our pattern. If there's something you're struggling with and you need help with, we're here to help. So I'm just working my way up to the increased side. Now remember, you can put a stitch marker there to remind you what side is what. When I was first learning corner to corner, I had to do that because I was driving myself crazy and remembering. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Everybody that's on here, if you could help us, could you please subscribe to our channel and also join us on our Facebook group? We would love to have you there. So, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know what, corner to corner comes easy to some people, and it didn't come easy to me. It really didn't. I think Maggie, it came easy to you, didn't it? You enjoyed it. That was one of your first things. What do you mean? So I keep working this side, like let me come up to this side so I can show you. Now this side is the side that we're doing the increase. Yeah, Maggie picked it up right away. See, we're all different. So I'm finishing this row. If you count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 blocks. Now we're going to start the next row. This is our increase side. And because it's our increase side, you have to increase, add a block. So you do your chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then third stitch down, do your half double. Fourth stitch down, do your half double, and your fifth stitch down and do your half double. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like this side we do the chain 5. When you do the chain 5 and you add a block, that's increasing. Okay? We don't do the chain 5 on this side. So I did the chain 5 and I did my half doubles. So I am going to slip stitch to the next block and do my chain 2 and 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. See, Maggie said she picked it right up. It took me a long time. My hardest part on corner to corner was figuring out how to close them out, how to decrease, how to increase. I was also a hot mess, as you put it. I like that expression. So we're rolling down. You guys should see me when I'm working on a new pattern. I have become an artist at frogging. I think frogging is my sidekick. I rip so many things out and do it over and over and over. But what's nice about corner to corner, you can do so many different projects with them, scarves and blankets and shawls. So after you finish it, no, you don't chain 5 on the decrease side. You chain 5 on the increase side, the side that's, if I turn it right, this is our increase side. So this is the only side. Like maybe you should put a stitch marker, like if you have the project looking at you with the tail on the left, maybe put a stitch marker on the side that's on the left side. That should tell you that's the only side that you chain 5 on. Okay, this side there's no chaining 5. There you go. Yep, there's absolutely no chaining 5 on the right side for this. So you only chain 5 on the increase side. So right now I'm working down. I'm so happy we're able to help you tonight. I'm working my way down to the decrease side. We're going to do that together again. You can watch this. Maggie, what's it take YouTube like 24 hours for the video to become available? But yes, the video will be available. It just takes YouTube a little bit to process it. I think Maggie knows that a little better than I do. So I'm doing the block. You can count your blocks too. Oh, it's pretty fast. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm working on my last block here, the one that's equal with the edge. Okay. Oh, good. Please show it to us when you're all done. And then I put my 3 half doubles in here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect. And then you slip stitch like you do normal on the edge, but I go into the chain because it anchors it in better, but you don't have to. All right. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to slip stitch right up this side. So it's 1 slip stitch, 2, and then the 3 right into that chain gap. Okay, so after you slip stitched right up that side, chain 2, and do your 3 half doubles right in there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. You want me to do another round back and forth with you so you got it? I'll just slip stitch. Now we're working our way up to the increase side. Sure. I have no problem doing that for you. One, 2. I'm just working my way up. Two and 3. I do have a question. Once you understand this part to grow your scarf, do you know how to close out the corner to corner? I know the Grinch scarf doesn't square out, but on other projects they are. So, okay. Well then, the Grinch scarf don't do that, but I can show you. It's the same technique on both sides when you're doing that. But anyway, let's do this first. So, I'm coming to my end here. Don't forget your last one right here. right on top of that square. Okay. So now this is our increase side. So we're going to turn. Increase side, we chain our 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Third stitch down, half a double. Fourth stitch down, half a double. And the fifth. This is your increase, so this is adding another block. And then you slip stitch. How you doing? Are you starting to understand it a little better? Oh, well, thank you. Now, I do want to recommend to you, since you are just learning, I did his hat brim in white puff stitches. That might prove to be a little difficult for you. So if you're struggling with that, you can just do these stitches instead of the puff stitches, or if you want to do the puff stitches, let me know. And if you struggle with them, I can go over that with you. I would be more than happy to. Oh, you know how to do the puff stitches in corner to corner? That's wonderful if you do. 2. Oh, you're welcome. All right, here we are. We're getting closer. I'm so excited that one of our tutorials is your first corner to corner. That makes me so happy. Wait till you see the temperature blankets we're going to be doing this year. And I'm so proud. I pulled scrap yarn, and I only bought one little thing to add into it. So I'm doing it. You make hooded blankets, and very nice. I love hooded blankets. They're awesome. So here's our last square here on our decrease side. 1, 2, and 3. You slip stitch to the gap or in the chain, whatever works for you. The chain, just all that does is help anchor it, okay? So we turn, and then here is our stitches, and we just slip stitch up the side, 1 and 2, and then your third slip stitch right into the gap. Oh, very nice. He's my favorite, and the misers are my favorite. Did you happen to see the miser, the Heat and Freeze King scarf that we posted this year? Oh, I had fun making that. Is it easier to say? I'm sorry. It's like a multicolored yarn called Cinnamon Swirl Cakes. Anyway, so I slip stitched up. You chain 2, and then right in that gap, you put in your 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. And then you just work your way up again. So do you know, out of curiosity, what you're going to do on this side when we get up there? Do you remember what side this is? Just making sure you understand what's going on. Two and 3. Yep. I think you got it. I think you learn the same way I do visually. 1, 2, and 3. Correct. Just let her know. I have somebody that's going to be coming in my house. So if you hear the dogs barking, I apologize. So when we get to the increase side, the end of the increase side, make sure you do your block on top of this last block, remember? Always keep an eye on your block count. That way, if it's different, then you know there was a mistake in that row before you get too far ahead of yourself. I really appreciate you letting me help you with this. I enjoy being able to help people with these projects. Okay, here we go. Oh. Well, if you're French crochet, then you can teach them. You can keep paying it forward. I love paying things forward. So we're on our last block here. I'm gonna apologize in advance if when my son's girlfriend gets here, if the dogs bark, it might get loud for like 1 minute. It don't take long. They calm down fast, so I do apologize in advance. Okay. Okay, so this is your increase side, so you would just do your chain 5, okay? Do you want me to since we're on this side, do you want me to show you how you would stop increasing to bring, if you're doing a corner to corner, to bring it together? Since you know how to do it on this side, or would that confuse you? Because if that would confuse you, I don't want to do that to you. Yes, you want me to show you? Okay. So we finished our 9 blocks, and as you count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, say you don't want to increase. Say you're done. You say you want to square it out, or this would be actually a rectangle. So instead of your chain 5, flip it around. Ready? You slip stitch again. You slip stitch right in these chains here. So you would slip stitch, and then in your gap, slip stitch right in there. So then you'd be at the top of your square. And it's the same thing as on this side. You chain 2, and you put in your 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Guys, I'm so sorry. Hi. That's okay. Hi. We're going over to corner for the Grouchy Elf scarf. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And then, all right, so now that we started to decrease, you slip stitch into your next square, and you just proceed as normal. Your 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. So you would just keep working your way back down. Now by doing this, obviously each row, your block count's going to go down by 1, 2, and 3. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. So, two and 3. So now both ends are decreasing. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. So basically what's happening is the shorter side is going to be playing catch up to what was the taller side. This is our decrease, so it needs one more block right here. So it's chain 2, 3 half doubles, 1, 2, and 3. And then you slip stitch. And before I do anything, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See how that worked? So then, now this is the side we've always been decreasing, so you just do your slip stitch up the side, like we have been, into the gap, chain 2, and put in 3 half doubles, 1, 2, and 3. Did that make sense to you, Michelle? Oh, wonderful. So you would just keep repeating this now until you get down to your last block and do it. You done tuck a what away for a later project, how to close it off. In the Grouchy Elf, I showed you how to even out the jagged edges without squaring it off at the end of the video, okay? So that is how you do the increase on the one side and the decrease on the other side. Are you good with that now? I hope I was able to help you with that. And like Maggie said, it comes available pretty fast, and she'll just make it public when she has a few moments to do that. So we're coming up on what used to be our increase side, but no longer. So you do your 3 half doubles. Absolutely. And if you find yourself having trouble, please let us know. We will help you. Even if I have to do a one-on-one through the messenger, like the video, just me and you, I will help you that way too. Because sometimes it's the little things that you finally figure out and it catches you. So, and it's just a chain 2, and it's your 3 half doubles again. 1, 2, and 3. What time is it? Okay. There it is. And then this will just keep closing out. Okay? So it's the same thing over and over and over again. So I had somebody on our YouTube channel make a comment that their fidget was coming apart. I'm not quite sure what was happening. So I want to it's a really quick, just go over it real quick so they can see what they're doing. And then hopefully I have a couple minutes. I want to tell you about can you tell I'm like super, super excited about the temperature blankets because we're doing 2 of them. We're doing a throw one, which is a smaller version one. And then we're also, you know me, go big. We're also doing a real big one, but the big one isn't just the temperatures. It's also going to have the daylight hours in it. So it's going to have a little silhouette in it. It's gorgeous. Anyway, so let me show you about the fidget in case they want to know. I am switching to a 5mm for this one. So the fidget, it is a chain of 15. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Thank you for joining us, Michelle. It meant a lot to me for you to join and take your time and talk to me and let me help you. I really appreciate it. All right. So for the fidget, got our chain of 15 here. In the chains on the back, there's horizontal bars. Right here. We're going to be working into them. Okay. So after the chain of 15, second chain from your hook, you flip it over, find your first horizontal bar, and you're going to put a single crochet in there. And then the next one, you're going to put 1 single crochet in each of these horizontal bars. You're very kind. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be honest, Maggie is what keeps this channel going. She handles all the stuff I don't understand. Anyway, so but you're very welcome. We're putting 1 single crochet in each horizontal bar. Maggie, it's true. Anyway, 1 single crochet. You guys, these fidgets are fun and they're easy. They're very easy. So let's do it. So we chain 15 and you put 1 single crochet in each stitch. So you should have 14 single crochets. If you're down an extra one and only have 13, this pattern, it doesn't matter. It's really okay. Don't stress over that. All right. So now we got our single row. Oh, Maggie, you got to share that. I love your rooster. You guys, Maggie's on TikTok too. She shares her rooster. It's amazing. I love that thing. So you got your little chain of 14. Fold it in half. Okay. And when you fold it in half, your very first stitch, put a stitch marker right in there. You're really going to want to do that. Okay. Fold it in half. And then turn that half that's towards you upside down. It has to have a twist in it. Okay. Hold that together. See that stitch right there? The top one? You're going to go right in there and put a single crochet. And you're going to put a single crochet in every single stitch. This is the fidget, guys. And as you're doing it, you don't have to twist it, because now that your chain is twisted, so we're going to work around this chain until we get to our stitch marker. That was the whole point of that stitch marker. So instead of having 14 stitches right now, because we twisted it and we're going on both sides of it, you're going to have 28 stitches. And there's our first stitch. Make sure you don't accidentally pick up your tail. So after you put a single crochet where your stitch marker is, the pattern is the same then. Okay, it's one single crochet in the next stitch, then 2 single crochets in the next. So it's 1, and then it's 2. And that is what you keep doing for this entire project until this builds to the size that you want. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And that's it. 1 and then 2. So by doing 2 single crochets in stitches, it increases your stitch count. And that's how this is going to keep growing. But because the twist is in there, as it grows, it's going to just, the cats are meowing. It's going to get to the point where you can just scooch it around. It's a big fidget is what will happen. And these actually can work up. Let me try to cover that too. These work up kind of fast. And this is a project that you can actually do watching TV, just just relaxing because you don't have to stress over the stitch count. And if you miss a stitch, doing an increase, it's really okay too. That's what's nice about this. But in the beginning, you got to really fuss with it a little bit to get each stitch. But that is how you do the fidget. That is it. It is just a constant repeat pattern of one single crochet, then an increase, one single crochet, then an increase. That is it. And then with the twist in it, see the twist? It'll just keep growing. So that is how you do the fidget. All right, so let's talk what I'm excited about. I went into my spare room where I keep all my yarn, and I picked colors, and I did not go into, look at my fancy, it's not fancy, I just use cardboard. I'm trying to make the temperature blankets this year where people just do not have to go out and buy anything fancy, because I know some people, anything crafty can get expensive. So I picked my temperatures. Now this is for the big temperature blanket. This is it's all in single crochet, but I have to go over how you work the daylight hours versus the night hours and the high temperatures and the low temperatures. So if you're going to do this one with me, this is going to take a little time to understand it, but once you understand it, you're golden. And I'm going to try to pop on with temperature blankets. I can't promise once a week. I just can't do it with the temperature blankets, but probably twice a month. Check-ins, talk to people if they're having trouble with figuring things out. But these are the colors that I have picked. And this is just cardboard from a Keurig box that we had around the house. And I went, I love Chicago. So for 2026, I'm doing all the Chicago temperatures each day. And I found out the average temperatures in Chicago is anywhere between 17 degrees and 82. So what I did is 17 and below, one color, and then I did 5-degree intervals. Okay. And then I picked my sparkly white. So I'm going to have a row of white to break through each month. So when I'm done January, I'll do a row of white. Then February, then a row of white. And then I got this. This is, it's crochet thread. It is a 0. You know how most of the acrylic yarn we use is a 4? This is a 0. So I'm going to add this to the yarn when it rains there, snow, sleet, or hail. I don't think I'm going to do it on windy days. It's Chicago. It's a windy city. I would be using way too much of it. But for rain, snow, sleet, or hail, I'm going to add this to my yarn color. So I'm excited about that. So that blanket is going to be huge. It would probably overlap on a king size bed, maybe definitely overlap on a queen, but probably very close to a king. It would fit. And the other temperature blanket we're doing is, I saw someone did a 12-point star. It would be every day. Yeah, probably Chicago. I seen someone did it, and when I tried to find the pattern, because I thought the pattern was free, pattern was not free. So I had to figure it out. I had to make my own pattern of the 12-point star, because I really want to do it, but I cannot use someone else's pattern if it's not a free pattern. So I had to design this one on my own. So this is my version of the 12-point star. And so each section of the star on the blanket is going to have 31 rows, because that's the most days in a month, 31. So I'm going to do that. And then like for months, for like February, the shorter months, I'm going to show you what we do for fill-in for those rows and where you can do it and you can change it up. But so, yes, I am taking on a big task. 2 temperature blankets this year. You would need a tornado and hurricane color too. That would be, where are you in Florida, I'm assuming? I love Mother Nature. I just she's so they can't control her. But yes, there was actually somebody on the Facebook page that was doing in Delaware. Someone was doing their temperature blanket, and they were, I don't know what state they were in, but it was where there was a lot of lives lost, and they wanted to do a memorial row for that date. And some of the comments were to add this yarn in, but also they got a little charm, just a really little one to clip it on to that specific row. Now me, I don't think I would do charms because I'd be afraid of my dogs chewing on it, or if you have little kids around, or when you wash the blanket. But if it's going to be a product that you're just on a display and you're not actually going to use, that would work. So there's different things that you can do. But this yarn for doing major weather events like the hurricanes and tornadoes or tsunamis or whatever, whatever Mother Nature throws at you, earthquakes, there's different things that you can do to add, and you can make it that color. It's just like, okay, if this happens on that day, this is what color I'm going to use. But I really wanted to really push the issue of making this a stash yarn project. And some people, like, I'm going to recommend 2 skeins for each, if you're doing the big project, 2 skeins for each color. But what if you only have 1 skein? So if you only have 1 skein, then do 6 months of that color chart. And then the second 6 months of the year, do a whole different color chart. You can do that. There is no rules. Do a mood blanket. Oh my gosh, Maggie, that'd be great. I like that idea. Now I'm like thinking about 3 blankets. Thanks, Maggie. I like that. Because Maggie knows my mood's all over the board. There's no rules to temperature blankets. You can do them any way you want. Everybody feels like they have to fit into Maggie, you're funny. Everybody thinks you have to fit into this box. I am a person that likes to work on the outside of that box. I don't like being put in a box. Okay, you're telling me this is what you have to do? No, I'm going to find a different way to do it. So, oh, Maggie, I'm going to really have to think about that. I really like that idea. Like, I really like that idea a lot. Anyway, so I am going to be doing 2 super videos. Isn't that an awesome idea? Maggie, I think we're going to be, it is unique. I think we're going to run with that. Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble this year. 3 blankets, guys. You think I can do it? Tell me I can't, and I'll make sure it happens. Yep, I'm gonna, I like the mood blanket idea. I think that's really good. I'm gonna have to privately talk to Maggie, and we'll discuss all the different all the different moods we'll talk about. Anyway, that's a great idea. Thank you for commenting on it. I'm excited. I love doing these lives because we get to chat with you. And anyway, I'm going to be doing twice a month with the temperature blankets, and apparently a mood blanket now too. And also, one of the other suggestions, if you're talking about events, I know most temperature blankets are 1 color. You can do a multicolored one too, like it's a special event or whatever. You can really jazz it up that way too. And Hobby Lobby and Michael's have a lot of Michael's, especially since Joanne closed, their yarn section has went through the roof. It's, honest to God, the one here near me and Maggie, I would say it's tripled it used to be 2 or 3 rows. Now it's 8 rows plus out front. So anyway, so definitely 2 temperature blankets and pretty darn like 90% already on the mood blanket. So that might be 3 blankets going for me. I'm going to run out of stash yarn, Maggie. You know what that means, right? Um, a blanket if the kids cleaned up after themselves. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so we've been on here an hour, guys, already, and um, I'm excited. I'm excited. I love when new ideas pop up and surface and do it. So anyway, guys, everybody, please come join us on our Facebook group. We are, I think when I looked, we are 7 people away from 1,600 people on our page. It's crazy cool. And our YouTube channel, we're really trying to grow. I would love to hit that 20,000 mark. Like I'm trying really hard. So please share our videos. And there's another new feature it's only on new videos. I wanted to throw out there. You can hype them. So when a video pops up, like if it's a new video for us, underneath our name, Whip and Chain, that scroll, you can scroll over and there's a hype. It's completely free. Doesn't cost you anything. The only catch to hyping, you can only hype 3 videos a week. So once you hype one, YouTube only lets you do 2 more. So if you could help us that way, it's free. Doesn't even cost a penny. 100% free. Yeah, I'm excited about that. You can only do 3 a week. And it does, when you hype it, it forces YouTube to send our videos out to other platforms. So it helps us a lot. So anyway, I am Ronnie. Where is it at? So if you pull up, it has to be on, videos have to be a week or under age. So you can't do it on a year-old video or even a 2-week-old video. But when you pull up a YouTube video, underneath the video where our name is, there's going to be words where you can comment, like right above the comment section. You scroll over, you just take your finger and you scroll over. There'll be a word that will say hype, HYPE. And hype us up. Yep. Just click on that. That's all you have to do. Just click on it. And thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm just trying to get it out there. Like we have over 600 videos now, guys. 600 different videos out there. And I'm just pushing them out. I'm working on a double layered headband for people that live in the colder temps. That video, I'm hoping to finish this week. And when Maggie has time and Maggie figures out when videos go out, that'll go out. And until next time, I'm Ronnie. Maggie's on here. Thank you guys for taking all the time to watch us. And please subscribe to our channel. It helps us so, so much. And we will probably do a live on Thursday. I'll talk to Maggie to make sure that works for her. And have a wonderful night, guys. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.